So first, let's read page 45 about the dreams. So we'll start here. Look at my cursor in the screen. For dream is an entry into the first hinterland of the mind. So when you are dreaming, you enter into hinterland of the dream of the mind. So you get into inside your mind. Sleep in general is something more than a mere psychological and the physiological and psychological fact. When its prolonged significance is fully grasped, it is a password into a higher comprehension of truth. So you are being driven to a higher comprehension of truth or reality, a condition whose continuous loss would ordinarily cause insanity or death, and one in which we spend roughly 1/3 of our life cannot in any case be deemed as unimportant. So a person, if they're denied sleep, they'll go insane or die. So this is a concept, a process that is mandatory we have to undergo or to go through. A 60-year-old man will probably have slept nearly 20 years in dream or deep sleep. Those fantasies of the night, which we call dreams, and those blankness of the mind, which we call slumber. So dream is when we are seeing things. Slumber is when you just sleep and everything, your mind switches off and you're blank. Must surely have an important place in nature's scheme. Human experience is not limited to waking state alone, but extend itself through these two states also. Consequently, a roughly scientific and philosophic view of human existence must bring all three states into its consideration. Otherwise, it will be incomplete and imperfect. These three states embrace all the varied aspects and all the possible facts of such existence. And when it is said that metaphysics seem to base its reflections upon all variable data and mere upon some limited group of facts, which is what individual science, art, and culture usually do, it is meant that both sleeping and mystical experience, not only waking and physical experience, must also be sympathetically accounted for and critically appreciated at their proper worth. This particularity for the waking state, which we all feel is a justifiable one, both on practical and, as we shall see later, philosophic grounds. But this ought not to blind us altogether to the value and significance of other two states. Science and metaphysics must enlarge the field of their analysis, must make dreams and sleep facts as much as part of it as they have so thoroughly done with waking facts. So what you see in a dream is as a reality, a true reality, as what you see when you are not sleeping and you are awake and experiencing. So the life of it in a dream is as real as the life when we are not sleeping. Wakeful life represents only the peak of an iceberg, which thrusts itself above the surface. We must study the iceberg as a whole if we could understand its meaning adequately. We may, by watching the workings of our own mind in its three phases of sleep, dream, and wakefulness, and not by limiting our investigation to the last phase alone, arrive at better understanding of its prolonged problems. So now, as a person, your reality or your life is in three phases: sleep, dreams, and when you are awake. And when you're awake, we account fully to the reality of what happens in our life. When you're asleep, It's not, you could sleep and not dream, but it doesn't mean it's a forgettable phase because you are asleep and you blacked out and your life ceased to exist that moment or stopped to exist, paused. But also we have the dream phase, which is also your life, and it is as important as when you are when you are awake. So now let's go to the overself so that we understand ourselves or that reality better.